Now time for some feel-good stories about neighbors helping neighbors. In Hawaii, the Church of Christ's Aid to Humanity initiative has touched several communities and their leaders. Eagle News correspondent Charmaine Cirera reports.
Today we're holding what we call Aid to Humanity, in Filipino and Tagalog, Lingap sa Mamamayan, which means we are helping our fellow man who may be dire, who may be in need, maybe they are elderly.
This activity launched by the administration, the aim is to help the people, especially now in this time of pandemic, time of disasters. Actually, it is done all over the world today.
In celebration of the birthday of Iglesia ni Cristo Executive Minister Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, members of the INC in the Hawaiian islands of Kauai, Maui, and Big Island conducted various forms of outreach for their respective communities.
So we're offering 150 bags of food to anyone who comes through, and it's just a drive-by. They come in the car, 3 bags, we give them 3 bags, they drive out. So in and out, the most efficient way, and make sure that we keep them safe by keeping them away from COVID-19.
In the island of Kauai, for example, members hosted a drive-through free food distribution for those affected by the pandemic, to include the elderly. Grocery items like rice, noodles, and canned goods were provided. Church members in Kihei, South Maui, meanwhile added a personal touch by visiting house to house safely to deliver bags of dried packaged foods, as well as essential items like face masks and hand sanitizers. INC members like those in Lahaina, West Maui, provided similar relief goods, as well as contact cards and reading materials for the beneficiaries to know more about the global church. Over in the Big Island, a government official from Hawaii's State House of Representatives visited the chapel compound in Keau and shared with Eagle News her impressions on the generosity of the members.
I am grateful that Iglesia ni Cristo is doing this food drive for the community. Puna, on the island of Hawaii, is one of the most underserved communities in the state of Hawaii. We have more than 50% poverty level or below. You don't see many homeless on the street because the community takes them in, and you will see a number of Filipinos, for instance, have multiple families in their house because they take care of each other. But that doesn't mean that they are housed, because really you will see more than one family to a bedroom. They really do need the food within the families to be able to house, especially now when there are a number of people who are jobless because of the COVID-19 crisis. So I'm also grateful for the community.
We see how many people today, especially here on Big Island, are losing their jobs, getting laid off. You know, it affects everybody. And as members inside the Church of Christ, we just want to help. And that's what we're doing today. We're having our Aid to Humanity on the birthday of our executive minister.
This activity will also help in recognizing the church and cause more people to be more interested, to know more about this church, and hopefully call more people to inside the Church of Christ.
Even as far south as American Samoa, Church of Christ members participated in this worldwide effort by personally delivering free face masks to a nearby public school.
The officers and the brethren here in the District of Hawaii Pacific are united with the church administration in doing these kinds of activities like Aid to Humanity. The reason is because we want to obey the teachings of the Lord Jesus Christ written in the Bible, which is to love our neighbor, to help those people who are in need, especially those who are affected with this pandemic.
From the local congregation of Lahaina, Ecclesiastical District of Hawaii Pacific, we would like to greet our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, a happy birthday po! Aloha!
Happy birthday, Brother Eduardo. I really appreciate you on your birthday to celebrate it by giving to others. In Hawaii, we call it Haoli na hanao. So happy birthday. Thank you so much for doing this for us and our community.
Reporting from the Big Island of Hawaii, there's Charmaine Cirera for Eagle News. We live in interesting times.